Welcome once again to the Jason Reuter Show here on the Bear Network. I'm your host, Gary Ownbey. Today we continue to talk about Bearette basketball, and it's a light and a pleasure to be able to have these shows because that means we're still playing. It means we're still winning. We won a big game last night. Coach will talk about that, but before we talk about that, we don't have players today. We've got them in class. You don't have to go to class occasionally. But we've got someone who's not missing class, and that's Amy Tinsley. And Coach, tell us about this girl. She played here as a Bearette. She played at Western Carolina and Lee and all that, so she's got the experience. She's been your coach for quite a while now, and I always call her the Mama Bear because, you know, you being a male and your assistant, Keith Freeman, we call him an assistant, he's the, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
No, I'm just kidding. I like to rag him when I can, but she's one that the girls can go to when they need to talk to a female rather than the old grumpy old man, right? Is that what your role is, Amy?
Some of that goes on. I mean, it's a.
But she is an important part of the program, though. Extremely important.
Certainly, absolutely, yeah. Has Amy not been on the show this year? Surely to goodness, she's been on here many times. But I just said
I don't think this year have you, Lane?
I don't think so.
Unless it's real early. But.
Forgive me. You know, the years run together. This is 12th year. 11th year. When you had a lot of success, you want to stretch it out further, Gary. So I'm trying to embellish a little bit. 11 years, she's been with us, and big part of our program. And there's a lot more to this. People come to the ball games and they see the team perform and play, and that's why they pay their money to get in. But there's a lot of, you know, we win our games when people aren't watching, and there's a lot of work that goes on that people don't know about. Or some do. I mean, some do. And we're not feeling underappreciated. We appreciate the fans last night, but Amy does a lot of things for us. And, you know, sometimes I get too much praise and we lose. I probably get too much blame, but everybody's got a job. And that's the key, and that's one thing I like about coaching team sports is we've all got a job. And when you get a bunch of people pulling the same direction, it makes life a lot more enjoyable to me. You know, life, if you won the Powerball lottery and you couldn't share it with anybody, just yourself, what fun would it be?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a lot of fun.
No, so
I'd be happy for myself for a few minutes.
Yeah, for a few minutes, yeah. But, you know, so this is a team effort. Like, there's things that go on that she's already been to Sam's this morning. How you like that? She's been to Sam's to buy a concession stand because our boys play at home tonight. And I'm not going to embellish much more, but just the fact that there's a whole lot of work that goes in, and every little detail must be covered or you won't be successful. So very appreciative for Amy and glad she's here this morning, and looking forward to the future.
Well, the old saying, if you take care of the little things, the big things seem to take care of themselves. And right now, our girls are playing extremely good. We've not had a challenging game in a while, and I know that's going to change. We're going to have a challenge coming up Saturday night. We'll talk about Black here in a minute. Amy, you've been a Bearette. You know what it takes, you know, and I know you hammer that home with our girls. They're on the team right now, and you went to the state tournament back in. No, you didn't get there. You missed it by a year, didn't you?
Yeah, we lost in sub-state all 3 years I was here, and so my first year coaching, we went, with Brooke and Beckett when they were seniors, and
they were here last night.
I was probably more giddy going to the state tournament that first year than maybe even the girls, because that's my first trip ever going. So, you know, we're blessed. We've been so many times that it feels like home. You know, we go there during the summer and play camps, and Coach Reuter always says that we want to, you know, start our season and end our season on Murfreesboro floor. So that's what we try to do.
I talked to Matt Gillespie over there every year. Seems like we're there every year, and I told him last year, well, we'll see you later. Well, I'll see you next year. I said, you sound pretty sure. He said, well, you're the Bearettes. You know? That's what he told me.
Wow.
It's a compliment.
It's a huge compliment. I said, we appreciate your confidence in us, and we'll try to be here. I said, that's one of your goals. And, Coach, speaking of that, you reached another one of your goals with the region championship last night. Yeah,
I was thinking about that this morning as I woke up. You know, the district, the Thanksgiving Classic, we went 2-0, won that. District regular season, district tournament, that's 3, and then the region tournament is 4. Christmas tournament, I left that out. Christmas tournament is 2, district 3, district tournament 4, region 5. We got one more goal left. People may think, well, I don't include the sub-state. That's, to me, that's
part of the state,
part of the state tournament. I think officially in the record books, I think they count that as a. I don't know why. Yeah. It kind of sits by itself, but it means everything. I was explaining to a coach last night from the University of Kentucky, who's assistant there, and she was asking about our format. And every state's a little different. We have, some people don't like ours, but it is what it is. It does give you a chance, you know, to 8 regions across the state. It gives a team a chance. You could have the best 2 teams in one region. So when people sit back and look at Tennessee's format, they really get down to the nitty-gritty about it. It's not a bad formula. The only formula I don't like is the fact that sometimes it's encouraging for teams to, there's been a few occasions where it's been in their best interest to maybe lose a game. And that's the flaw we have to get away from people. But anyhow, it is what it is. You just show me the rules, and then we're going to figure out a way to play by the rules. So we got sub-state here, and I don't even know if I should say this. I'm going to knock on wood. But, you know, I've coached in, this will be my 13th sub-state with the girls team out of 14 years. And in those years I was with Kent for 12 years. I think we played in 6 or 7 sub-states. You have to go back and research that. But that is 13 plus 7, that's 20 sub-states. And this is pretty amazing. I even surprised myself. All 20 of those sub-states have been in Jim Smitty Arena, 20-0.
Wow. That
means no. Now, some years we didn't win the region. We've had 1 year with the Bearcats, we've not won the region back in 2015. The only year we have not won it. And then with Kent, when I was with the boys, we were flying pretty high there for a while with some good teams. So, you know, when you reflect about that, 20 sub-states and all of them at home, that's.
But you've earned that right for that.
Well, we won. That means we won the region. Yes. Yeah, we're not apologizing for it.
No.
I'm proud of that. Now, I just think it's pretty amazing that we've not ever lost in the region finals. That's pretty hard to comprehend.
Well, really, start now.
That's 20. No. No.
You're talking about the sub-state game being counted as part of the state. Back in Smitty's early years, up into the 60s, probably in the 70s, you had to go state tournament and play and win 4 games. Now,
I've seen that.
And the TSSAA broke it out, thinking, hey, we put them in somebody's home gym, help the crowd, you know, make it
make
easier
more
for
money.
them. Yeah, make more money. And because 4 nights in a row, if you have to go to one location, like Jackson, Tennessee used to be the host a lot. That's west end of Tennessee. If you had to take kids out of school you couldn't come back and forth every day, so they'd have to stay 4 nights or miss the whole week of school. Really.
Well, we're doing that now in Murphys.
Well, that's true.
Murfreesboro. We went last year and spent 4 nights, and you know, they went 4 classes. This is 3rd year, and they tried to add a day. They took a day off this year. They went back to the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But the first games, if we win Saturday, we will be going to the state tournament. And for the fans out there, we could either play. They already know what class is going to play when. They just don't know which team. So we either play at 9:30, 11, 12:30, or 2 Central Time. But we got to get there first.
Yeah.
We'll have another show. We win this. How about that?
What do you know about the Oakland Lady Patriots coming in here? They've got a 2-year coach. Coach Southern has taken over from her assistant's position. So have you seen them? I guarantee you were sitting up last night watching a video of them. There's no doubt about that.
You know me pretty well, Gary. I didn't get to go into it as deep as I wanted to, but I had film on Oakland and Blackman a couple days ago. I went ahead and got my ducks in a row. And last night I spent about an hour and a half watching film, but nowhere near what I need to. So today, during my planning period, I'm going to watch a little more. And we got 2 days. You're not careful, you'll celebrate, and you'll let, you know, distractions are the biggest problem right now, distractions, outside distractions. So you got to be able to focus. We got 2 days to get ready. If you're not careful, you'll let this day just slide by. And then you're into Friday, and then you're playing on Saturday. So it's my job. I've been doing this a while, so luckily my experience will help me on that end. I didn't always prepare the right way, and I had, you know, a lot of good decisions I make is because of bad decisions. So I'm not really that smart. I've just, you know, you learn from mistakes. And so they've got the same amount of time we do. We've already traded films with Blackman, and I had films from Rockville before that, and I've watched last night. They're pretty balanced team.
Size-wise, or they compare with us?
They've got some size. They match up pretty good with us. That's one thing I look at. You're right, Gary. You're learning some things from these coaches' show. When I turn it on, I'm looking immediately. What kind of defense are they playing? How's the other team guarding them? because we don't zone. And then I'm looking, what kind of size do they have? And then I saw they've got a big bruiser inside. I mean that complimentary. And then they've got another long, athletic girl. So we've got a couple matchups that will have to be. Just watching last night, I think our two posts are better. But this is somebody. Some teams just simply don't have a matchup.
Right.
And they have to double and triple, and that's why it's so
And
important to get a
exploit
girl
that.
like Avery Brewer back. Because when they do that, she's sitting out there waiting for Kimora, a Tati, a Harmony, whoever hit her with the ball, boom. So this is. I have found the sub-state games to be some of the most emotional, if not, and also sometimes they're the most physical games. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I tend to believe in the sub-state, the referees tend to lean towards letting them play a little more. And that's we're good with that. We don't mind. We spend
We're
a lot of
strong
time.
physically, yeah.
We spend a lot of time in the weight room. Yeah.
Yep. I was surprised we seen the halftime score 13-12 last night. Did you see last night's game on film? Just why was it such a low score?
I didn't watch it all of that game. I got 12 films on Oakland, and when you get them sent to you, it doesn't label exactly. It just says Oakland versus opponent. So I'm going through there trying to figure out. A couple of them are duplicates because I got film from different teams. But I finally found the last night's game, and it was 11:30 when I found it, and I watched. First of all, I had to drag it all the way to the end to make sure it was the right game.
Yeah.
And they won last night 41-36.
41-36, yeah.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game. But you got to remember, this is the fourth time these two teams have played. Blackman won the regular season. Oakland split with them, I'm sorry. They won the district tournament. And then they beat them in the region tournament. So that's Blackman is 3-1. All very close games, but I'm satisfied we got, obviously, it looks like on paper, we got the second best team. They're 3-1. Mm-hmm. It's hard to argue with that. And they beat them on their court in the district finals and the region finals.
The only common opponent I could find was Coffee County. We played them early in the year, beat them, and then Oakland beat them early in the year, I believe it was. Or did Coffee beat Oakland? I don't remember now, but they played them once. Played them twice this year, I think. And I think, I'm thinking now.
Oakland is, don't let their record fool you out there in YouTube land. They're 18-12, Gary, but they don't have many nights off.
Yeah.
Oakland is playing. I think when you put our schedule up to theirs, I think ours overall is tougher, but they don't have many of those games that are super lopsided.
Right.
So I think our best teams we played are just as good or better. I mean, you can look at the strength of schedule. All they do is take, that's no exact science. They
Opponent
take the
records.
opponent's records and they put it in. And usually when we play somebody, their strength of schedule goes up. And a lot of times ours goes down, even if we win by 50.
Oh, yeah.
Or
It
40.
sure does.
So,
Because we were number one in strength of schedule for opponents 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then we played some teams that we just blew out of the gym, But Amy, you coached the JV team now for many, many years. How does your role change? JV season's over. How does your role change? And do you watch as much film as he does?
No.
I don't see how he could. I don't see how anybody could, to be honest about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if any coaches watch as much film as he
Yeah.
does and prepares. And, but our JV, once season's over, they come to practice every day and work hard. They lace it up, and their role becomes running other teams' offenses. So we kind of study what they do, and, our JV girls run the best they can, and, our varsity guards them. And so they're still an intricate part of this, what we do, and, for moving forward.
And after that season's over, now getting in what I call the state tournament here now, besides running the Sam's and getting concessions for the concessions, which is important. We got to have concessions. We know that.
got to have your Dr. Pepper.
You got to have my Dr. Pepper every night, yeah. So I've got my rituals too. I'm not superstitious, a little stitious.
It's a little stitious, yeah, a little stitious.
But as you said so many times, it takes everybody. And you've been blessed with deep talent. I hate to see Abby White go down. I talked to her a lot last night and before the game, I said, the saving grace is you're just a junior. We're going to have you back next year. And she said, yeah, I know that. And thank goodness she wasn't a senior. I hate to see seniors. I hate to see anybody get hurt. But I hated Cleveland. I had Micaiah Westfield out last night, too. She turned around the night before we played them, I guess, in practice. That's what I was told. So were you surprised at, I guess, how well we played last night? I mean, because our defense, I had the stats. We forced 24 turnovers. We beat them on the boards. We shot 51.9% for the game, held them to 36% shooting, hit 10 more three-pointers last night. Man, we've been lining up from long distance because those zones they throw at us just leave us open for a good look at the basket.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't have last night's stats. You do there,
Yeah.
but I see that, you know, without looking at it, Harmony shot the ball extremely well. She was 8 for 10. I've been waiting for Harmony to have a bust-out shooting night. She's been playing well, but she's a better shooter than she's been showing.
And 4 for 4 on three-pointers.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Very well. Harmony could have MVP of last night's game, could have very well been. And, you know, she had that left side right there in front of the bench. I think she had 2 or 3 right there, didn't she? Like, she let it go, and you're like, you know, it looks like money in the bank when it left her hand. So you're right. Our best threes, we preach inside out threes. Go inside and then out, and then
it leaves the shooter open.
It leaves somebody open. Most 90% of the time, teams we play, they're going to have to double down on Kimora, Tatiana, and you know it's been. I'm not giving any secrets out. You know, I'm sure the Oakland coach they'll talk to 2 or 3 coaches. As soon as I leave you, I'm scheduled to sit down with a coach and talk for probably 20, 30 minutes, and of course she needs my help too, so you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to get too high or too low. We shot really well. We won by a big margin last night. As people ask me my surprise, not really. I don't think we played our best against Cleveland. And when you say that, it sounds like you're not giving credit to the other team. Cleveland had a very good game plan.
Yeah.
They shot it well over there. We didn't play so well over there. We were without another player. But like you're making excuses, we won. I told Amy can back me up. You know, I don't know if I've ever got more mileage out of an 11-point win at Cleveland. We win by 11, and first question you get from everybody you meet, well, what happened over Cleveland? What happened over Cleveland? You know, you win. It's
the bar is set so high, though.
I had a parent text me this morning, early, 7:50. Text me and said, you know, I've been to 9. That's 9 in a row. He said I've been to all 9. And I saw part of your 15 season. That's the year we didn't win it.
Yeah.
We had no seniors. Ryan Howard was a freshman. And we lost in double overtime to White County down in Ottawa. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
So this parent had been to all 9. And they were at 15, part of it. They said, so they were complimenting us. And there's not many parents that keep coming back when their kids graduate. It doesn't mean that they don't love the program. It's just maybe their kids playing in college. They got other life going on. So it's good to look around, and I saw this parent across the gym before the game. They make 2 or 3 games a year, and I looked around behind me. We had some other parents. We had some ex-players there. Mm-hmm. You know, that makes me feel good that people want to come back and watch us. And, you know, I usually don't go back to places that I don't have a good feeling about. You know? You ever been to a restaurant and you say, I'm not going back there again?
Right. Oh, yeah.
You ever been somewhere? But when you got players coming back, that tells you something about, at least a little bit about the environment and what they remember. And they may not always love me at times, but I think by and large, I don't have any ex-players that graduated from here that I can't sit down and just talk and have a good time. And it makes me proud. You know, I saw Ryan Howard's mom here last night. Mm-hmm. You know, I could go on and on. You know, Richie Hughes and Jamie Weber and parents. You know, parents in the stand and their kids not playing. That tells you that something is going right.
Well, we had a huge crowd last night too. It wasn't a complete capacity, but it was well over 3/4 full, and that's got to make a difference, Amy. When the girls are rolling and the other team's frustrated, and it just sort of feeds itself. Then, you know, the black hole monster we're calling the gym over here now that just eats teams up, and it's got to be fun. It's fun to watch, and it's a broadcaster too. And I think our fans just feed off that, and you can feel that emotion through the crowd.
We're very thankful for the support we get. You know, through our fans, our students showed up last night, and you know, our girls. That means something to them when people come and fill the stands, and I think it's a little intimidating for the opponents we face.
I know,
So,
it has to be.
you know, our girls it's a good environment, and we're blessed for girls basketball to be so prevalent here in Bradley County.
Have we played this many postseason games in a row at home? I mean, we had the district, the region, we got a sub-state here. I mean,
Yeah,
we
did
probably have, but
last year.
Did we play so many at home last year?
Last year we
Oh,
had the
three.
district and the region because
We changed regions.
they realigned us, and
Yeah.
this is an even year, so it's an even district's turn, and we got moved to 6. So just by the luck of the format, we got it back to back. I told somebody this week, I said, you better soak it in if you like basketball, because you may not live long enough to see this again.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that they were going to die anytime soon. It's just you got to have the district, which is a draw,
Right.
and then in our bylaws it says the district champ hosts the region. That's every other year. So you know for sure it can't be for 4 more years. And then it may, who knows about our bylaws, and all it takes is a vote to change that. And so we're blessed to have that here, yep.
We really are.
And we got the boys here tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I asked Turner Jackson, who's been here
44 years.
and he'll let you know how many years he's been here. But I asked him, have you ever remember so much basketball here in a 2-week period? He goes, he started reflecting. He said, it's been a long time. I think we pinned one other time. See, the region's always been together, and it is this year. It looks like it was planned to be at our place, but it wasn't. The boys could have been somewhere else, and the girls could have.
Yeah, sure could.
The way our
Yeah.
bylaws are written,
Yeah.
whoever wins the district gets the region. But that's every other year. So Coach Tinsley's right about our kids and the fans, and sometimes we're not careful. We get into what we want. What do we want? They don't really care what we want. What makes our kids play better? What makes them? It's challenging when you have such a long season and you have blowouts and layovers. We had a week in between games. Then you
Right.
play one, off a night, play, off a night, play, off 2, play. So we're almost like a yo-yo effect. Off too long, playing too close. You just got to roll with the punches. Now, I'll tell you this, you can't just roll and say, we're going to just show up and win. You've got to do your homework. You ask all our girls, and they'll tell you that if I said these words, failing to prepare, they would all fill in the blank, is preparing to fail.
Right.
So we had all this winning doesn't come by accident. A lot of talent and a lot of hard work and a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people.
You win your games with people. And we haven't been in here, Abby White hurt her knee, and we had a coach's show.
No. And talk about her. I know she's going to have surgery.
After the state tournament.
Yeah.
After the spring break, I think. Yeah, Abby, my heart goes out. She's a great kid and has a lot of friends, and I don't think she has an enemy on this team. Do you? Abby White, you can hang your hat on Abby White. That's a testament to her mom and dad and her family, and when she tells you she's going to do something, she's going to do it. And she's an intricate part coming off the bench. She's a big-time shooter. We're going to miss her, but she's with us, and you got to turn a lemon into lemonade. You're right. She's got another year. Number 2, she's not permanently injured. This is temporary. She's going to get through this. She can tell her grandkids about, a big excuse to get her out of some work when she gets older. She can grab the knee and say, oh, that knee's killing me. But it's just that ACL, guys, it's just a little band that holds your tibia and your femur together. And when that thing, it holds your joint, when it breaks, you have nothing besides your outside ligaments, and that's why it can go. I know it sounds a little eerie thinking about it, but it allows those bones to move too much. But one thing about it, she's in good hands with Dr. Spangler, and I'm sure she'll make a full recovery. This is not the first girl. I think I've had 6 girls tear an ACL in 14 years.
Wow. That's 6 too many.
That's 6 too many, but that's life.
Yep.
You think you got everything going good, turn around. Your heat and air go out.
Life slaps you in the face.
Life slaps you in the
I think
face.
one of the best things about Abby White too, like as we continue on throughout this season, like she's going to become a leader on the bench for us, and she will, be our eyes and ears, and be able to help see. I remember Avery Brewer said you see a lot different when you're on the bench. When she was sitting there for 14 games, she could see stuff, and she was helping her teammates out, and I think Abby will be the same way and continue to support her teammates. And you
Yeah,
know,
she still has a role.
Yeah.
Her
Oh,
role
yeah.
is still there. We still need her, every bit of her presence and her mind and her people skills. We need her to win this thing.
You've said it takes some luck and staying injury free, and a lot of things have to happen right to be successful and to win a state crown. So let's keep things rolling for us and knock on wood, nobody else gets injured, and keep the Barretts rolling. We got the big game Saturday night, folks. Saturday night, 7 o'clock here at Bradley Central as we'll host the Oakland Lady Patriots, a team we've seen 2 or 3 times in the postseason. And the last time we saw them was in 2019. We beat them here with 6 points and won the state title in 2019. That was his first, and Amy's first. So let's see if we can get back to back. Why not us, as we said last week? Let's get our second gold ball in a row and get to the glass house. But we got to win Saturday night.
One game at a time.
One game at a time. One possession at a time.
I'm not even looking. People call me about rooms and what hotel, when we're going, and I'm just putting everybody on pause. I said, don't.
Yeah.
I did tell them where we're going to stay. We've got a relationship with a certain person, and but I said, look, you guys know me. I'm not talking about that. We got to punch our ticket. Anything could go wrong.
Yeah.
This team is in the sub-state for a reason, and they're battle
They've earned
tested.
it.
They're
Right to be
battle
there.
tested.
Yeah.
They have been in white knuckle games all year long. So for them to come down 1 point with 2 minutes left would be nothing.
Yeah.
And we've not been in a lot of those simply because we've been superior. Now there's a whole lot of games these people don't see that come to our game. They didn't go down to River Ridge, that team's top 5 in Georgia still.
still playing.
They didn't go to Destin and see us play 2 Alabama teams who've not lost since we beat them. They're in the state finals, both of them.
Really?
They didn't see us up at Knox Catholic, who will probably win the private. Not many people saw it. So McMinn Central, some people saw that. Mm-hmm. They've got a very good shot at winning the AA, wouldn't you think?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And
that's one of the best teams I've seen us play out the entire year.
yeah, certainly they are. They're in the top 3 or 4. And so we've been in some tough matches too. So a lot of people you just hear, another blowout, Barretts, another blowout. I try to make sure we have some tough games. I'm already working on next year's schedule. Amy she can back me up on this. I've already booked a trip to go to play in the Martin Luther King Classic. That's going to bring in the best teams in the nation. And we're going to play 2 games. It's over Martin Luther King weekend. So
Where's that going to be held?
Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Same weekend as the inauguration. Actually, we've been invited to be on the stage with the president. No, I'm lying about that. That sounded good.
I was going to say, don't embarrass the school. It did sound good.
I got a Trump hat and I got a Biden hat. I'm going to pack both of them. We'll know by then, yeah. The election's in November, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So we were there and that's something I had to ask about. Like, wait a minute, they're supposed to do sightseeing on Sunday? You play on Saturday, sightsee on Sunday, and then play on Monday. I'm like, wait a minute now. How much sightseeing can we do when you have the inauguration going on? But the inauguration is Monday. So I'm hoping we can still get into the White House and go to the Lincoln Monument and go to this U.S. Capitol. And
Yeah.
You ever been there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Been all those.
You recommend it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, see, there's more than just playing basketball here.
Yeah.
We want our girls to be well-rounded individuals. We want to be good student, good person, good teammate. That's the best thing I can say about you. Are you a good teammate? And then we want to win some basketball games. And as long as we keep them in that order and don't get you things out of line, I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we will too then. So it had to be a fun trip for a lot of people.
You already got your minds already going in it.
Yeah,
Let's just win this thing.
Yeah.
And I'll give you my entire schedule after we get done.
All right. Let's wrap things up here by saying be there Saturday night, 7 o'clock to take on the Lady Patriots of Oakland. And the boys will play tomorrow night. We're recording this Thursday. They'll play tonight. Tonight they'll play against Walker Valley. Both teams guaranteed a spot in their sub-state on Monday. If we win, we're home. If we lose, we're on the road to somewhere. So come out tonight, come out Saturday night, and then support the boys wherever they're playing on Monday night.
Be here tonight. I'll be here. I should probably be at home watching film, but I'll be here. I'm going to take a little break. How about that?
All right, there you go. You're watching this on the Bear Network through YouTube. Just go there, and when you get there, subscribe. hit the subscribe button. It's totally free of charge. You'll be notified anytime any of our programs are produced. Until next time, this is Gary Ownbey saying so long for now. God bless and go Bearettes.